Hi guys, shalom, peace to you all. I hope that you are doing well on November the 3rd, 2025. It's just clipping right along in this year. If you are returning back and you are a subscriber to this platform, I appreciate you all for however long or length of time you have been here, especially to those of you who have been here for a really long time. I appreciate you all very much. And I love y'all for staying with me. Those of you who have prayed for me through stuff, I have also prayed for you all as well. I do pray for my subscribers. So if you are a new one, then you're included in prayer here. We're not a religious channel, but we do chase hard after the Most High God. He speaks here so profoundly. He gives me shakes and quakes on the inside. I love him with every single thing on the inside of me, every fiber of my being. And I just have known the Most High since I come out of my mother's womb, and just have had so many different experiences, just like many of you all. And we have benefits and promises, and I don't care what we go through. Last year at this time, if you are brand spanking new, last year at this time, I have footage of me freezing almost to death in my car, stranded. I was stranded for 10 months, crying out on live platforms. One of the most hardest things I've ever been through in my life, and the Most High has done just over and over in my life, just miracle after miracle. I could sit and tell you some things just out of the blue that took place. God's faithful, and I don't care what you're going through today. God's got something for you. I'm going to read this morning, and I don't put God in a box, never have. I'm going to read something out of the scripture this morning. Today's November the 3rd, and I've shared on my platform before. There is 31 Proverbs, and I do it with the Psalms as well. But whatever date it is, I go to the chapter of that for a date, and I read. So today is November the 3rd. I was just reading Psalms 3 this morning. I'm just going to read it. It's really, really short. It's only got like 8 verses in it. But it says, Yehovah, how are they increased that trouble me? And those of you who may be dealing with bullies, and maybe they've increased and you're troubled. Been there, done that, got a t-shirt, but the Most High is your shield. It says, many are they that rise up against me. Many there be which say of my soul, there's no help for him in God. And it says, think about that. I'm sure a lot of people, which was doing the cruelty on even electronics and technology, and I'm still talking to some of you all, that have done cruelty to people. God is on our side, and I'm sure many people say there ain't no help for her. It says, but thou, O Yehovah, art a shield for me, my glory and the lifter of mine head. I cried unto Yehovah with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. It ain't going to come from Congress, that hill. It's going to come from the Most High God, the holy hill. And who can ascend into the hill of the Most High? It's those who have clean hands and a pure heart are the only ones going to get miracles in the earth realm. God's going to do something for some people. God often set you and I in place where that's his function, is salvation. Most High tells us in the book of Isaiah, there's none beside him. He says that he is salvation. It says the Lord is salvation. Well, if you break that to the Hebrew, it says Yehovah is Yeshua. That's his function. And so he says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but he delivers us out of them all, because that's his function. And he does it so that we can say, there's no way that I could have done anything to get out of something, and all the glory has to go to the creator of all things. And that's why you and I need to learn how to rest, to know that he's with us, and you are put into the earth for a purpose, to be an example for how great he can work in a situation. And that's just his function. It says, I cried unto Yehovah with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. It says, Selah. Think about that. It says, I laid me down and I slept. Some of y'all ain't resting at night because all the stuff is pressured around you. God keep us right in the eye of the storm, watching you. He doesn't sleep or slumber over you, and I don't care who you are. If you belong to God, you are his child. And any good parent would protect their child. And so many times, even when I was freezing last winter, I'd have all these clothes wrapped all over around my head, and at night, because my car wouldn't start, so it was cold when it's cold. You go sleep in your car. When I had to go to the bathroom, I had to walk 2 blocks down the road. You tried doing that. One day I didn't make it to the bathroom. I was so humiliated that morning, and just like that, something came through, and I was able to rent a hotel room and get in and wash my clothes and stuff, just like that. But I was questioning God, like, why did you let that happen, God? I was humiliated. At the same time, I just seen God just do whatever. And so come and rescue, and we cry out upon him. He's going to hear you, and you need to just tell yourself and just lay my head down and go to sleep. And there are many, many, many times I've just given it to God and just lay down, just go to sleep. Can't do nothing about it anyway. If you're God's child, he's going to work it out the way it needs to. So you might as well just relax, because people who are in rebellion, they don't enter into his rest. So he's saying, I laid myself down and I slept, and then I awakened, for Jehovah sustained me. Here we are today. He sustained you and I one more day. We got purpose today. Live with purpose today. You're not just here breathing and just going to your job today and doing whatever. You got purpose. Even if maybe you're just working in a cubicle all by yourself, and nobody's around you, and you just got your moments to just keep your mind on God regardless of what's going on in your personal life. God's the shield round about you and I. You got purpose today. Even if your purpose is waiting. God said, those who wait upon me, he would renew like the eagles, right? And you shall run and not be weary, and you shall walk and not faint. And so if you're in the season of waiting, your purpose is to wait upon the Most High with your mind, with your thoughts, with your faith, speaking out that I know you're my shield, God. And whatever is at the end of this is a glorious thing. And know that God's going to bring you up even out of a dunghill. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves against me round about. Some people are dealing with thousands of people up against. Some of these people in Congress are upright. Some of them are not. And so you've got everybody in this nonsense, because I don't know nobody knows anybody's heart except God. But if you are feeling like a bunch of people are against you, God's with you. I will not be afraid. You will not be afraid. God commands you and I. In scripture, I command you not to be afraid and take courage. I will not be afraid of 10,000 people that have set themselves against me round about. Arise, O Jehovah, save me. O my Elohim, my God, for thou hast smitten all mine enemies upon the cheek. He's going to fight. He says, thou hast broken the teeth of the wicked, because they don't have no teeth, goes to being wise. And they're not wise, because wisdom means, the first part of wisdom is for you and I to fear God and to have any kind of understanding. He says to run from evil. They're going to get beat up by God. They're wicked. Salvation belongs to Jehovah, thy blessing. Listen, thy blessing is upon thy people. It says, think about that, Selah. What are you worried about? Those of you who are worried about stuff. You're in sin. You're worrying. God says, be anxious for nothing. Get yourself lined up today and say, God, forgive me. You're right. I'm a victorious warrior because I'm on your side. And if you're before me, who can be against me? No one can. I did 10 months of hell in this realm by myself, me and Jehovah. He gives me confidence. I don't wait on no man. What we do is we wait on God. We love one another because we love God first. I feel like people need to hear that this morning. So let's get started here. Most High, I love you so much. Most High said, my children are confident. Are you confident? Some people are confident in crazy stuff. Like, oh yeah, let me prove a point. Well, let's prove a point in how good God is and see God just miraculously, supernaturally come in and just punch somebody right on the cheekbone for you that thinks, God ain't impressed with numbers. That said 10,000s of people around about you. Some of you all got groups of people and you're just standing there. And God is not impressed with numbers. He's impressed with your righteousness. He's impressed with our faith that he has it all under control. Somebody needs to hear that today. care what somebody's title is against you or whatever that is. If they're in the wrong, they're in the wrong. God sees everything. He says, my eyes see the good and the evil in every place. We have the Six of Cups. Sorry about these cards. I felt led to use them this morning. They're old. All I had was black tape. So it is what it is. This is about your soulmates. There was a bad family betrayal yesterday that came out real hard. Children are with the Six of Cups as well. Could be something here with somebody just in nostalgia all the time with that card. Seven of Cups in the reverse, and the truth. Somebody wants to hide a decision that was made in a very crazy way in the past out here. Trying to hide the truth. There's a failure at the bottom of the deck. Interesting that the Seven of Cups is here and the Seven of Pentacles is here. We had a lot of 7 energy come out. Also, the Death card was at what's flipped over at the top of the deck. So something's transforming. Somebody knows a truth in some type of crazy thing, maybe even led to a physical death out here, and something secret, or somebody's going to secretly speak a truth. Maybe it's you to a soulmate, or soulmate's coming to you, or you need to. Seven of Cups is about confusion, making choices, things like that. In this deck, which is kind of interesting, the last couple of times I read, God said somebody had nasty sexual nonsense, pervertedness about them. In this deck, the Seven of Cups has a meaning of somebody has nasty sexual behaviors about themselves. And here it is. God said somebody did bestiality the other day. It's nasty, and those people must be put to death, God says. Because they've crossed the line. They're wicked. That's nasty. Anyways, transformative stuff out here. So Seven of Cups in the reverse, though, is somebody knew what they were choosing here. A choice has been made, or somebody knows what they're doing today in a choice either to speak a truth in secret, or somebody's choosing to keep something secret. It has to do with the past, with the Six of Cups here. The King of Swords wants to jump out, the Ace of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Remember that Three of Pentacles came out in the reverse yesterday, or 2 days ago, and somebody was working against another person. This says works. And a painter has come out, and it showed it in picture and wording, and so this person's painting a wall. So any kind of painting, whatever. Sometimes I'm talking to some type of painter, it comes out all the time. Something inspirational. This came out in reverse yesterday. If something is inspirational now, then fine. Somebody's going to get up and charge and do something here with this King of Swords. This is very, very sharp energy. It is authority. It's FBI showing up in here. And we had FBI and the word government also come out yesterday. Death card goes back to that. Something very secretive is here. Show me this Three of Pentacles, please. Why is this Three of Pentacles here today? Sorry. Seven of Wands. Okay, again, many people are rising up around about a person here, but this is about you standing up today and standing your ground. It's a victory card. There's third parties out here around y'all's stuff, or families involved and it ain't good. There's been cruelty out here. This is anxiety as well, but the card says cruelty over the top because there has been cruelty out here. Well, if today somebody's wanting to collaborate secretly and have this secret conversation because of a truth, because of whatever your past is, death is the card out here that trumps everything. Something's going to transform. For some people, this is literal death that's going to come out of something that's being chosen out here. It's cruelty. Show me this King of Swords. Very sharp energy. Leadership. Show me this King of Swords. Cruelty on him. The devil came out. He's a devil. Or he's whoever is in authority is upright, dealing with the devil. Devil can also represent a boss. Look, there it is. There's that card again. It shows two people under the earth, and God says that those who seek your soul, somebody's soul is being sought out here because of what we read. And people gathering around somebody did some type of stupid, crazy third-party work in some matter. And God's going to rescue somebody today, folks. God's going to rescue somebody today. He said if they seek your soul, he will send them to the lower parts of the earth. It's coming out, and this person's going to go to hell. I guess they're going to go to hell. Whoever the person is. Your ex could be here. Some type of surgery situation could be here. Something about somebody's, the 10th house goes back to the bone structure, somebody dealing with the bone stuff. There's cruelty attached to something going on out here in a really bad way, and the devil's here trying to restrain somebody. Okay, so that's what come out on that King of Swords there. Show me the truth, please, Yehovah. The Lover's card. That's also a soulmate card. It's a choice. Can also be a health card as well. We know that somebody in the hidden space had secret health issues that they were not talking about. It was real heavy back to back the other day when I read. So this is about making choices, and somebody knows about a choice with the Seven of Cups coming out in the reverse. So this is clarity with the Ace of Swords, but something secret about a matter, because that would also clarify the Death cards, also secrets out here. Show me more on the truth about secret sex. That's gross. This sex card, intimacy, and whoever's dealing with the nut case, it went crazy. Then that card meaning in this deck, like I said, somebody got nasty sexual behaviors about them. They're very secretive. The Queen of Cups was at the bottom of the deck. She's been appearing a lot on the platform, a lot. Show me more on the truth, please. King of Pentacles, somebody at your work, something about making choices secretly, about a business situation. King of Pentacles is somebody's got money. We had the word gold come out yesterday. Why is the King of Pentacles here? We had the reunion card. If somebody is trying to come back and reunite something here, folks, there's caution. It'd be showing me there's a bunch of people involved in some stuff, trying to do something secretly. This is about healing something. Show me the King of Pentacles. And if you're healing something for upright purposes, God's going to be with you on something. We look at a lot of the enemy here on our platform here, folks, because God tells us not to be ignorant of the devil's devices. We are to know. You're supposed to know your enemy. You know, some people say keep your enemy close and things like that. People study their enemy, that kind of stuff, especially like, you know, football and sports, and they watch their moves. And so we're supposed to be doing that with devil energies, because that realm is real. Trying to get in this realm, the devil wants to make a contract and get you to make a choice that's going to get this binding even to the lower parts of the earth at the end of something that's going on, and somebody needs to step back because there's cruelty here. Show me this King of Pentacles. So it's headship. There's a judgment card, but the judgment card is a headship energy in the pictograph language, and it's also about coming back around. The R, the V, somebody could drive or live in an RV. The W is here as well. War. Phonics of war is here. Secret war is out here around some stuff. Somebody's an imposter somewhere in a headship. So the devil card can also represent like a boss energy, servitude stuff. Some of you all are being forced to do something that's, nobody can force you to do anything. But anyway, something's cruel out here. You really need to get the leading of the Most High God. But this also headship. Sometimes, and we had the word headship come out. Headquarters, I think, was the word that came out yesterday. So there is a judgment going to take place. Somebody's playing something with that little player there. Now they are. What's in the hidden space, Most High God? Soon I will be getting some new cards. I've just been in this trial for so long, but anyway, it doesn't stop the Most High from speaking what he needs to speak. So I apologize for some of these old cards that keep coming out. That will be changing soon. What's in the hidden space? All we care about is you rescuing today and us following your lead. We ain't afraid no devil. Okay, the Fox News, something like that could be out here. This is treachery because the devil's out here. It's cruelty. The word cruelty is out here. It came out with the person who's cold as ice. That fox came out the other day with a regular dog, and then yesterday we have both dogs come out, and one of the dogs was in the reverse. Something very secretive out here. It's FBI. If you are upright in investigating something, then you are. May God be with you. So we had the preacher come out yesterday in wording, and then this is like concerts, or somebody could. This is a burden card as well. So it's just, there is a burden out here. This is lots of people as well. Something public is here, okay? And it's a bunch of people attacking and stuff. And we got to see a people that can represent the death card in the pictograph language as well. So there's a bunch of people involved in some stuff out here in a really big way. It's a burden, okay? It's a burden because people won't face truth, I guess. That Ace of Swords in the reverse. Bunch of people are hidden. Are you upright? A bunch of people are in treachery. A bunch of people in a church is in treachery. Or something like that, or a preacher is. Somebody's a wolf out here. Somebody spoils the vine. Foxes spoil the vine is what we're told, right? And the garden came out with it as well. So somebody need to be careful out here in a choice, because there is a returning, but there's a judgment on it. Okay, if that's a love situation, then we already know that it probably is. Okay, a gathering of people. Well, there's a bunch of people. Like, let Jehovah speak on. And it came out with a burden. Okay, because it did. This is a burden card. A bunch of people are burdened in the hidden space because there's treachery around some crap. Somebody knows truth about some stuff. A beloved one who is loved, or a lover is here attached to some stuff. A body of water. The death card goes back to water and an ocean and liquid and crush. Somebody got a crush or had a crush, and some stupid thing come out of a matter, then so be it, then whatever. But God tells us that we're going to crush the head of the serpent. That serpent's been in the hidden the last 3 days. He would crush your heel, but you would crush his head. That old serpent, the devil, is here. Somebody got to get up and take control, regardless how many people are gathered around. A sea of people is gathered around you, a bunch of public stuff. You're gonna get up and fight, and God's gonna be your shield. He's gonna be cruel right back to people who want all this money. It's greed. King of Pentacles out here. He represents that type of energy. What else today? So bottom line, there's judgment today. On headship, from headship. Somebody's ex involved in something. They're a freaking problem. They're cruel. King of Swords in the reverse is psychopath. A teacher is involved. There's the bus that came out with the teacher. A property owner and having to have self-control. Well, somebody's trying to return to do something today. Okay, or you're just going to learn something about some type of movement. If you just want to take real general energy for collective groups of people, self-control is the Chariot card. There's a burden out here with this, and your family, they want healing. Came out yesterday, or obviously that's first card out, 6 of Cups. Somebody's hands being forced in a matter. Okay, well, somebody's forcing somebody to, I mean, you, like I said, you cannot be forced to do anything unethical. If you end up doing it, then you have been enticed and drawn away for some type of nonsense out here. Okay, and if somebody's forcing somebody, like a kid, then somebody has forced a kid to do something. But if somebody's forcing something for upright purposes in some type of a position for an upright purpose, then great, may God be with you. Have to hit it that way, because we need to talk about being forced to do things. And people think, well, they made me do it. They put a gun up to my head. Well, we're to stand in the truth regardless, even to the death, is what God, because we live forever. When you understand, folks, that realm is real, we live forever. We're going to pass through this realm anyway. Where are you going after that? You can't come back here to say, oh, I want to let me go back and redo what I did. Once your consciousness opened up and you've passed this realm, that's it. Nobody can make you do anything unethical. It will cost you eternity. So they're a swindler, and they want somebody to open up. So this is, must I had me right. Jehovah says they're caught. They're going to get caught. This is about having an opening element. Somebody's coming back around. Somebody wants, they're a swindler. They're a liar. They're cruel. You're going to get caught up in some cruel nonsense, or they did that to somebody. They enticed somebody out here, and there's sorrow to this. There's sorrow to something. There's a work matter out here. It always coming out in wording. Your career is here. Pick through my hands. Any kind of words you want to say, Most High God. So, career opportunities, you better make sure that's truth. If it is, then congratulations. Somebody could be getting promoted today. Somebody else going to get caught for doing some nonsense out here. We have, did you really think that you were going to get away with it? Well, again, they're going to get caught. There's a judgment on some. People are going to be awakened to some things. That's what the judgment card is. People coming right up out of the grave itself. Somebody could be foreign. Somebody could be trying to go across the border. Is also here. Is that a restaurant as well? I don't know if it is or not. I don't know why it's hit me that way. But something about across the border or maybe a restaurant. So I'm going to bring that out because we've had a cook energy come out really strong. Hiding for refuge. Well, somebody's cruel out here. And if kids are involved in some stuff, folks, somebody needs to heal something really, really big if you've went through a matter. Family wants healing. And somebody needs healing out here to be hid from somebody that is cruel. Somebody's ex is cruel. You know your ex is cruel. I don't know. Somebody's trying to get away with something. As God's saying, did you really think that you're going to get away with it? They're going to get caught in whatever the crap this is about. It says, whoso keeps his mouth and his tongue keeps his soul from troubles. That's Proverbs 21:23. Whoso keeps his mouth. Need to think about what we're going to say today. And we keep our tongue, we will keep our soul from troubles, it says. It says that the wise shall inherit glory, but shame shall be the promotion of fools. We have work matter out here. Somebody's going to be promoted and somebody else is going to be shamed in something. It says a wise man fears and departs from evil, but a fool rages and is confident. Okay, well, they crazy. Remember God said the other day that snake will bite without enchantment. And then it goes on, talks about a fool's mouth, that when they open their mouth, they swallow themselves up because they're conceited. Okay, somebody needs to keep their mouth today because something's testing out here today. The word family found my hands, and there's been a double error and a double burden. Well, the burden card is here. Look, folks, nothing's going to get better by trying to cover it, because people just need to bring the truth out by the leading of the Most High and let Him take all those pieces and put it back the way only He can. He's the restorer of the breach. There's been a breach out here, a bad one, a really bad one. And nothing's too difficult with God. With man, it's impossible. But God says nothing's too difficult for me. Those kinds of words gives us peace, doesn't it? Knowing that you've just seen. Did He ever fail you before? Moses Bliss sings the song, "You're Too Faithful to Fail Me." I woke up this morning, I've been playing it. There's an instrumental that I just let it play. And God's too faithful to fail you if you follow Him. Even in those moments that you're just like, you did fail me, God. Like that day I got up, it was freezing. I got up from my car having to go to the bathroom, and you know how it is first thing in the morning when you got to go to the bathroom. So when you spent all night in the car setting up because your seat didn't go back, freezing, and all these clothes are around you, and you're like, oh my God, I got to go to the bathroom. You don't want to get out of that car to walk 2 blocks down the road. But I did, and I got all the way to the entrance of the place where I needed to go to the bathroom, and my bladder just, and I was praying the whole way, God, please, please let me get there, let me get there. I should have said, let me get into the bathroom, like been more precise. Maybe we should be more precise sometimes when we pray. I said, just let me get there. I did get there, and then my bladder just lost it. I was just in freaking tears, and literally within about 40 minutes, something came through just unexpectedly for me. And I don't know. So God says He tries us 7 times in the fire. He says, my word's going to be tried in you. And boy, have I ever been tried this last year, like many of you. I don't care what's taking place. If you just trust in the Most High God, folks, even when it doesn't look like He's not showed up, He's too faithful to fail. Something cruel has been out here. even with children, with the bus and schools and stuff like that as well. We have somebody praying upon people, and we have a radical change. Or no, this is the other one. So the letter F came out real strong the other day when we were reading, and it found my hands in a card. It came out with this rune. This is the letter A, but the pictograph actually looks like an F. Okay, and then the other rune that came out is the F. It's very prevalent. So the A or the F is out here. We had the word embezzlement come out the other day. This is a fraud rune. It's also a children rune. Also tells you and I to trust. I hear God say, do you trust me? Anyway, this is about getting counsel. This is about somebody praying upon somebody's life. You just need to trust. This is what come out, guys. I send you love and light. Let us stand in the truth regardless what the pressure is. There's a great big reward of promotion of glory if we're going to stand with the Most High and trust what he says, because he's not a liar. He's too faithful to fail you. And this is what come out. I hope you have a great day. I'll try to be on later. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Shalom.